Na-try nyo na ba? Try nyo na ba?
Na-try nyo na ba?
I'm Gabe Robles, host for TryPH Media's Apps to Try, and I'm also a music producer. What device? Actually, you can try almost any device at all. You can use your mobile phone, you can use a tablet, you can also use your laptop. But of course, the best device to be used for recording any kind of music is a laptop or a computer, a desktop PC. And the more powerful the device, the better. Well, what microphone? There are many microphones can be used. There are different types of microphones. When it comes to cover songs, the best kind of microphone to use is whatever you have already in your house. If you have a pair of headphones like these or earphones, they're already very good for doing basic covers. If you are into more serious recording, you want to get into recording as a hobby, then you can get something like a dynamic microphone, and then of course an audio interface, and then your computer. This is an example of one. This is the BM800. I'm using it right now. The BM800 is very cheap. You can find this on Lazada for less than 1,000 pesos. If you're going for something affordable, friendly, budget friendly, at the same time good quality. This one requires phantom power, so I use a Focusrite Scarlett, where it allows me to plug in a XLR microphone with phantom power, and I can adjust the gain and the volume of this. And this is where I also plug in my headphones, so that's also one thing you might want to invest on: an audio interface and a pair of headphones. Proper use of mic. The proper use of a mic is very important, especially when you're recording any song or even a voiceover, because if you use the mic in the wrong way, it can come out in a bad quality audio. So the proper use of a mic has always been, the rule of thumb is 6 inches away from the microphone. You also need to set the gain. When you say gain, this is the volume of the microphone going into the computer or to your device. If you have a interface, you can set the gain with much more control. You can have the gain set so that you can be far away from the microphone to be able to hear the person speaking. A pop filter also, you can be able to filter yung mga and na tunog. This is very important when you're singing. You have a lot of consonants like P and B, and mahangin siya. Every time it hits the microphone, it makes this very harsh sound. So to do that, I use a pop filter. If I use this and say P and P, it now removes the harshness. Also very affordable on Lazada. That's the proper use of the mic. So not too near, not too far, just right. 6 inches is a good place to start. What app can be used? If we're going for mobile, on iOS, there is an app called GarageBand. It is free to download, used by many people today. Another application that we can use for Windows is Pro Tools. Pro Tools First is a free application that you can use for recording your voice, your guitar, and other things. And it can support up to 16 tracks, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So the steps in recording. Steps that I always take before recording is to make sure that all your phones and your devices are on silent. That's actually one of the few things that many people make the mistake of before they record, is because they have a great recording, ang ganda-ganda na ng kuha nila, and then their phone rings or there's a notification, and sayang nakuha sana yung best recording mo when you could have just put your phone on silent or put your devices on silent. Second is to make sure that all of your devices are fully charged. So your laptop or your phone is also fully charged. Make sure that you have enough battery for the recording, because you also don't want your software to stop in the middle of a recording. Set your microphone, set the gain to a proper input volume, as long as you can be heard and hindi siya basag. And then finally, when you record, make sure that you have a metronome with you. Metronomes help keep the timing. Have a metronome with you, you have a good timing, so that when you sing onto it, madali siyang sabayan because tama din yung timing niya, hindi nagiging off timing. Make sure your instruments are tuned. So that's also another thing that many instrumentalists who are just starting out take for granted, is proper tuning. If you don't tune your instruments properly, they don't sound as great. So always have a good start before you even start recording. Start with a good setup before you start with a good recording. When recording multiple tracks, when I say multiple tracks, ito yung maraming instruments, maraming layers. Let's say you want to record a band, or you want to record just you and your guitar. That's 2 layers. The best thing to do is always start with the instruments. I always start with the instruments because when you start with the instruments, ang gagawin ni singer is sasabayan nila yung feel ng instrumental. Have fun and just play with the different tools that you have. And when you're exporting, make sure that you're happy with it. Save as MP3. Thanks for watching. Thanks for having me, Sir Ellie. So, see you guys.
Ayan po, thank you very much, Sir Gabriel. So thank you very much for watching this episode of Try This Music. And if you haven't yet, please like this video, comment down below, share this with your musical friends, and subscribe to all our channels, because you'll never know unless you try.